So please join me in welcoming the Macon and Joan Brock Virginia Health Sciences Eastern Virginia Medical School at ODU class of 2028. Thank you. Thank you. While I still have the students standing, please turn around and thank your family and significant others and friends who have played a role in your success and will undoubtedly provide continued support during your time here. I know you've been waiting a long time for this, and I see many proud and excited faces. Thank you all for being here. Students and faculty, you may be seated. I am Dr. Alfred Abu Hamid, Executive Vice President of Macon and Joan Brock Virginia Health Sciences at Old Dominion University and Dean of Eastern Virginia Medical School. At this time, I would like to welcome our previous rector of Eastern Virginia Medical School Board, Dr. Waldholz. Dr. Waldholz, please stand. Thank you. We also have several members of leadership from Old Dominion University who are joining us here for the first time, including ODU Interim Provost, Dr. Brian Payne. Brian, please stand. You are a special class. You are the first to receive your white coats as part of the Macon and Joan Brock Virginia Health Sciences Eastern Virginia Medical School at ODU. We believe the joining of these two institutions will transform the health and economy of Hampton Roads and beyond through sustained excellence in education, research, and clinical care. It's a bold vision that is grounded in a commitment to the diverse communities we serve. Today's white coat ceremony affirms that vision and the core values we hold dearly in medicine: professionalism, integrity, compassion, empathy, and dedication. This ceremony reinforces the reasons all physicians, including myself, answered our professional calling: to care for those less fortunate, to comfort the sick, and to make a difference in the lives of those we serve. It is a great privilege and joy to be a physician. To the class of 2028, more than 7,600 people applied to be in your seats, but only 151 of the best and brightest joined your class. Yeah, I know, it's special. Half of you are from out of state, and half are from Virginia, including 30 from right here in Hampton Roads. Collectively and individually, you are among the very best of the best. The average class GPA is 3.68 with an average MCAT of 511. These credentials only reflect your past academic accomplishments. You sit before us today to answer an important calling, to become best possible physician for your patients. You see, it's no longer about you. It's about your patients moving forward. Medicine is a demanding, challenging, joyful, and rewarding profession. It's an absolute privilege to care for those less fortunate and to improve the lives of the patients and families we serve. There's no more satisfying professional experience than healing and comforting those under your care. You will change the world, one patient, one family, one community, and one nation at a time. Today, we celebrate your entry into the profession of medicine, and you assume the obligations of being a physician and a member of our wonderful profession of medicine. The study of medicine is intellectually challenging and can be difficult at times. Occasionally, you may even find it a bit overwhelming. But with perseverance and the mentorship of our outstanding faculty, you will succeed. When you don your white coat today, wear it with the reverence of the medical profession itself. Wear it with a commitment to excellence, humility, compassion, altruism, empathy, and selflessness, recognizing that it's an absolute privilege to be a physician. On behalf of our faculty, I welcome you to our passion and our calling, the wonderful profession of medicine. Now it's my pleasure to introduce Elizabeth Graham, MD, class of 2025, to tell you about the heritage of this ceremony and the symbolism of the white coat.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Elizabeth Graham, and I'm a fourth-year medical student at the Eastern Virginia Medical School at Old Dominion University. It's an honor to welcome each of you to this year's white coat ceremony and to share with you the meaning behind this sacred tradition. But first, I have to say to the MD class of 2028, congratulations. The people sitting behind you, those on the stage before you, and those who can't be here today, we all acknowledge the hard work and life decisions that you have made to bring you to this once-in-a-lifetime moment. I hope each of you feels a profound sense of accomplishment, and we're here to celebrate you. The white coat ceremony is a rite of passage for first-year medical students across the world. During the ceremony, students are individually called to the stage to don their first white coat. Students then collectively recite the Hippocratic Oath as a shared promise to uphold the highest ideals of professionalism and humanism in medicine. This ceremony represents their formal induction into the profession of medicine. The white coat ceremony was founded by the Arnold P. Gold Foundation for Humanism in Medicine and first took place in 1993 at the Columbia University Vagelos College of Physicians and Surgeons. Prior to this first ceremony, medical trainees typically received their white coats and recited the Hippocratic Oath at graduation from medical school. However, the late Dr. Arnold P. Gold, a renowned pediatric neurologist at the Columbia University, and his wife, Dr. Sandra Gold, thought that recitation of this oath at graduation was inappropriately 4 years too late. Instead, they wanted to introduce medical students to the responsibilities and expectations of doctoring starting from day one, and decided to formally induct students into the medical profession at the beginning of their education, not the end. And thus the white coat ceremony was born. This tradition has since spread to almost all medical schools in the United States and Canada, as well as in 13 other countries. So students, the white coat that you're about to receive will make you the newest generation of healthcare professionals. The coat will be carefully placed on your shoulders by individuals, these here, who have faith in your ability to uphold the noble tradition of medicine. This act is a profound gesture of their trust in your potential, but also an expression of their compassion for your journey ahead. By accepting this coat, you accept responsibility to continuously grow, nurture, and mature your knowledge in ways that will only benefit humanity. This commitment requires you to maintain clinical and technical proficiencies and keep up with evolving standards of care. But equally important, this commitment requires you to practice the attitudes and behaviors that reflect the highest ethical standards of your chosen field. By accepting this coat, you accept responsibility for the profound trust that society places in the healthcare profession. You also accept responsibility for addressing the mistrusts that can sometimes exist, even if that mistrust did not originate with you. This coat is an honor and a privilege, and though you should strive for excellence in your practice, know that this coat does not make you infallible. It makes you human. Embrace your humanity, for it is your greatest asset in connecting with your patients, supporting your colleagues, cherishing your loved ones, and last but not least, caring for yourself. As I mentioned, the Gold Foundation for Humanism in Medicine founded the original White Coat Ceremony. This foundation also sponsors initiatives in medical institutions across the country with the goal of championing humanism in healthcare. If you look on page 8 of the program, it gives a little description of humanism in medicine. It describes humanism in medicine as the relationship between physicians and their patients that are respectful and compassionate. It is reflected in attitudes and behaviors that are sensitive to the values, autonomy, and cultural and ethnic backgrounds of others. This foundation aims to empower learners and leaders to create systems and cultures that support humanistic care for all individuals. So as chapter chair of the Gold Humanism Honor Society here at EVMS at ODU, I'd like to close my time with you by sharing 3 simple characteristics that I've consistently observed in my colleagues and in my mentors who I consider to embody humanism in medicine. I hope you can hear these words and feel encouraged and empowered to do the same. The first is kindness. I think there's a reason that kindness is one of the first lessons we're ever taught in primary schools. Authentic kindness with a heart of humility opens the door for human connection and creates a safe environment for learning and growth. Kindness is also the cornerstone of compassionate care. It allows us to connect with patients and see their humanity, no matter how different their lived experiences or their choices may be from our own. Kindness is also literally magic, because when medicine and the boundaries of technology fall short, words and deeds done in kindness can still provide comfort to those who are suffering. I encourage you to strive to let kindness guide your interactions with all people so that those you meet may leave feeling seen, heard, and valued. You will never regret being kind. The second is gratitude. Your medical training will be marked by moments of profound satisfaction and moments of self-doubt. And sometimes those experiences all happen within the same day, and sometimes they happen all before lunch. It is a privilege to live through the experience of the highs and the lows, and it's up to you to choose your attitude in these moments. I'm always in awe of individuals who intentionally choose gratitude, no matter their emotion or their circumstance. Emotions and circumstances are transient, but gratitude helps them weather the difficult moments and makes the good times all the sweeter. Practice gratitude wherever you go and spread it around. You will never regret having an attitude of gratitude. And last but not least is humility. Approach each day with humility and recognize that there's always something to learn, even if the lesson being taught is not super comfortable. By remaining humble and unassuming, you remain open to the insights of others, particularly and maybe especially your patients. And often your patients will teach you the most profound lessons. You will never regret having a demeanor of humility. So in practice, anyone can be kind, grateful, and humble. But doing these things becomes more difficult when you're stressed, or when something doesn't go as expected, or you've been hurt, or you're hangry. But I encourage you to consistently practice these things when it's easy, so that these characteristics become second nature to you when the water starts to boil over. Being kind, grateful, and humble will take you far in your medical career and in life. In closing, I want to thank everyone for your time and for your presence. On behalf of the MD class of 2025, I congratulate the MD class of 2028 on this very, very special day. We are proud to have you as our newest colleagues, and we look forward to working alongside you. And I want to thank everyone else here in the room and those who can't be here today for your investment in the lives of our new students. The love and support that you've provided along their journey to this day does not go unnoticed, and it is not unappreciated. Your efforts are making the world a better place, and today we also celebrate and honor you. Thank you.
You just see how great Elizabeth is and how great our students are. So thank you, Elizabeth, for a great speech. Dr. Ron Flanner, who is going to guide you and mentor you through this journey, is coming up here next.
Good afternoon. After Elizabeth's speech, I have really nothing to say. I think she imparted all the message that I really wanted to impart to you all today. I'm Ron Flanner. I'm the Vice Dean for Academic Affairs, and my role for the students, parents, friends, and family is to make everyone's diploma as valuable as possible and to make your experience as rewarding as it possibly can be. And I work with an amazing team each and every day that shares the same common goal. So you're in good hands. To the class of 2028, I first of all would like to congratulate you. Today marks a very special day in your medical school journey. You've come to do the work that you have been so eager to do, to learn from our faculty and staff, from each other, and most importantly, from your patients. The road ahead is very challenging, but I will tell you in the end, it is very worthwhile and incredibly rewarding. You're the next generation of physicians. You will likely be taking care of some of us here on the stage, so make sure you get it right. In addition, there are many people in the community, in our country, and in the world who will depend on you to improve the health of the community as well as the world. It's a pretty significant burden that you will bear. But always let your white coat serve as a constant reminder of that responsibility. And also never underestimate the impact that you can have on a person through your work. I often hear students with whom I work say, I'm only a student, but I'm just a student, and I can't tell you the number of times that just that student made a significant difference in the outcome of a patient. So please don't underestimate your impact. In truth, nothing you will do as a physician will be more important than to know and care for your patients. And in terms of personal satisfaction, I think you all agree at the end, there's nothing greater than being able to help another human being. And I know the experiences that you have over the next 4 years will shape the rest of your lives, and it's a genuine privilege for me to be part of that journey. It's an honor for me today to introduce our keynote speaker, Dr. Margaret Lee. She knows all too well what lies ahead for you, as she was once in your seat as an EVMS graduate of the MD class of 1976. That was the very first class of the medical student graduates, and we are very thankful that she is here today to share some words of wisdom with you. Please help me welcome Dr. Lee.
So, thank you for that introduction. Thank you to the Planning Committee for inviting me to speak today, representing the alumni, but also a family member of one of our honorees. First, I'll add my congratulations. Congratulations to the class of 2028. Congratulations to all the family members and friends who are here, who have been part of the support system that got you here. And finally, congratulations to EVMS, who over the last 50 years has inspired and taught and led people into fantastic careers and thousands of people into careers in medicine. So thank you, EVMS. As a member of the first class at EVMS, I'd like to give you some historical perspective. We started our classes in September of 1973 in a small building on Mowbray Arch near the Chrysler Museum. Our class had 24 students. 17%, that's 4, were women, and 8%, that's 2, were persons of color. Believe it or not, those percentages were better than at most medical schools at that time. Remember, UVA did not open enrollment to women undergraduates until 1970, a year after I started college. And the civil rights movement was just gaining momentum at that time. So we were at the inflection point and have contributed to and benefited from progress made over the last 50 years. So I would like to highlight one of my classmates, Marcus Martin. He was the first, and for a while the only, African-American football player at the university, at NC State University in 1967. After graduation, he worked in a paper mill. This was the paper mill that paid for his scholarship to go to college. And then he applied to medical school. The EVMS admissions committee discovered a gem. Marcus had charisma, energy, and enthusiasm. He worked hard and lived up to his nickname of Mighty Marty, bestowed by another classmate. He pursued a career in emergency medicine that was a new specialty at that time, and later became chair of emergency medicine at UVA, the first chair, African-American chair of a department in that medical school. Shortly after he retired, UVA called him back to serve as vice president and chief officer for diversity and equity for the entire university. Now, UVA has an endowed professorship in his name, the third endowed professorship for an African American at UVA, following in the footsteps of Julian Bond and Thurgood Marshall. Now, I tell you this story for three reasons. First, I'm so proud of my classmate. Second, his story demonstrates the progress over the past 50 years. And third, his story shows how a physician's engagement in his medical community can impact the greater community and society. When Marcus and I were EVMS medical students, there was no white coat ceremony. However, we did have a memorable lecture by the first dean at EVMS, Robert Manning, given on the day prior to our first patient encounters. Now, Dr. Manning had worked for several years to recruit the core faculty, interact with all the community physicians, pull together all the multiple components needed for a medical school, and then navigate the accreditation process so classes could begin. I am sure that particular day was more momentous for him than for us. Some of the phrases from his lecture in his voice still resonate in my brain. First, it is an honor and a privilege to be a physician. Think about that. Is there any other profession so respected that strangers would reveal their personal secrets to you? Or young couples would turn over their sick infants to you? Like me, you will develop very close connections with families while striving to deliver the best possible care. As a pediatric pulmonologist, I cared for children with chronic lung diseases for all of their pediatric lives. What an honor and privilege to be invited by their families to share in their accomplishments at recitals, graduations, and weddings, and even their sorrows at funerals. The second part of Dr. Manning's lecture focused on responsibilities and obligations. And I won't go through all of those with you, but I'll summarize a few. A core responsibility is to protect the sanctity of the doctor-patient relationship through honesty, integrity, humility, transparency, and protection of privacy. Another key responsibility is maintaining your expertise in a medical field that is continually advancing, which means learning does not stop when you finish medical school. You will be lifelong learners. Doctors also have a responsibility for advancing their profession through teaching, research, community service, or other avenues. In my career, I had the opportunity to teach, train, and mentor scores of pediatric pulmonologists and pursue a research career focused on 2 rare diseases, cystic fibrosis and primary ciliary dyskinesia. Nothing is more rewarding than seeing your trainees excel in their professional careers, or seeing your research results improve the care of patients. And lastly, I want to say a couple of words about the importance of taking care of yourselves. At times, the long hours and challenging situations will be draining. Remember your support system that got you to this point. Your family members and friends here. Reach out to them so that they can help you reconnect with the core values and passion that directed you to a career in medicine. And look out for your colleagues so you can reach out to them when you sense that they are facing a challenge. Medicine is a team sport and works best when all members of the team are engaged, healthy, and working together. Now, at the end of Dr. Manning's lecture, he emphasized the importance of looking professional for our patient encounters. And he said that he expected all of us to wear our white coats and neckties. Yes, it was a different time. I and the 3 female students scattered around the class looked at each other but did not speak up because the lecture had been so powerful. Instead, we arrived the next day, ready to see patients in nice dresses, white coats, and neckties, at least for a few minutes. Now, the white coat has been worn by physicians for over 100 years. The short white coat for medical students, the long white coat for those who have graduated from medical school. It serves many practical purposes. Right now, your pockets are empty, but soon you will be filling them with all the tools of the trade. But just be careful to keep them balanced, otherwise your coat is off center. The white coat does not bestow any special powers to you. It is simply a white coat worn by you. You bring your human powers. Learn from your relationships with family and friends. Listening, hearing, empathy, compassion. And in medical school, you will learn how to hone these skills alongside that intensive medical curriculum that you are expectantly awaiting. I wish the best for you and hope that your careers are as rewarding as mine and as impactful as Marcus Martin's. So today and future days, as you pick up your white coat, remember it is an honor and a privilege to be a physician. And as the weight of the coat comes down on your shoulders with all its responsibilities and obligations. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Lee, for your insightful words. It's now time for presentation of the white coats. Would the chairs or their designees from our basic science and clinical departments please rise as I call your names in order of department. Representing biomedical and translational science is Department Vice Chair, Dr. Julie Carey. Representing dermatology is Department Vice Chair, Dr. Alice Roberts. Representing emergency medicine is Department Chair, Dr. Barry Knapp. Representing family and community medicine is Department Chair, Dr. John Snellings. Representing the Department of Medicine is Chair, Dr. Rehan Kayam. Representing Obstetrics and Gynecology is Department Chair Dr. George Sade. Representing Ophthalmology is Department Chair Dr. Peter Netland. Representing Otolaryngology is Department Chair Dr. Barry Strasnick. Representing Pediatrics is Department Chair Dr. Eric Lowe. Representing Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation is Department Chair Dr. Beverly Roberts Atwater. Representing Psychiatry and Behavioral Sciences is Department Chair Dr. David Spiegel. Representing Surgery is Department Chair Dr. L.D. Brett. The chairs and department representatives are here today to help students into their white coats. We also invite today's keynote speaker, Dr. Lee, to join us in coding our incoming students. At EVMS, we have a tradition of allowing legacy family members of EVMS-affiliated physicians to assist in donning their students' white coats, and today we have 8 families who meet that criteria. These students will be presented their coats at the end of the group. As your name is called, please approach the stage.
Margaret West. Moyasore Abibada. Ivan Abi Elias. Rishab Agarwal. Ashri Agarwal. Adam Akari. Ella Anderson. Gaurav Atreya. Aravindan Balaguru. Madison Baldoff. Kevin Barnes. Michael Barudi. Casey Berry.
You may now don your white coats.
Emily Batts. Morgan Beauchamp. Shreyas Ballet. Jake Blenderman. Michaela Bolar. Michael Bradley. Catherine Brewster. Joseph Burns. Robert Christian Bush, Jr. Jessica Butt. Jack Campbell. Julia Carter. Akash Chadiv.
You may now don your white coats.
Pugh Chaw. Jonathan Chang. Bharadwaj Chintalapati. Wayne Cochran II. James Baden Collins. Kenji Cruz Ham. Thomas Cuesta. Sajin Sear. Michael D. Leonardo. Ethan Ding. Courtney Donnelly. Sawyer Delaney. Austin Ebrecht.
You may now don your white coats.
Basil El Sharif. Bradley Eppinger. Estelle Abraha Eob. Juan Ferrando. Megan Flannery. Luke Fowler. Peter Gaughan. Rithvik Ganti. William Glimbaki. Anish Goganani. Ariana Golshani. Erica Green. Daniela Gurovich.
You may now don your white coats.
Valicia Hale. Stephanie Harper. Elizabeth Harvey. Neil Herford. Lindsay Hill. Brittany Shao. Ashley Huang. Haley Hunsaker. Faisa Hussein. Andrew Huynh. Gigi Uche Ikwe. Ike. Dylan Jack. Jake Jackson.
You may now don your white coats.
Jillian Jetmore. Anmol Kalon. Aisha Kaus. Ria Kapoor. Ashwin Kazi Vishwanathan. Abdullah Khan. Zed Khan. Kyunghyun Kim. Ichia Ko. Alexandra Kovalova. Zachary Crum. Michelle Lai. Ruben Lawye.
You may now don your white coats.
Megan Lee. Aaron Lerner. Stephonda Lewis. Rachel Listener. Isis Lloyd. Olivia Marcus. Caitlin Martindale. Kushi Matharu. Naomi Matsuno. Mark Mata. Sarah Mahuden. Elizabeth Montenegro. Sabrina Mundorf.
You may now don your white coats.
Samir Nader. Lillian Needham. Houston Nelson. Ka Wen. Emily Wen. Chidera Obiwuma. Parker O'Connell. Ryan Onetsevich. David Onyejekwe. Anjani Padibanla. Mackenzie Peak. Catherine Pepper. Keegan Pizzella.
You may now don your white coats.
Hamish Phillip. Shannon Prakash. Nicholas Provenzano. Maria Puglisi. Janani Ranatunga. Nisha Rao. Samantha Riley. Colin Rocky. Nicholas Rauch. Omar Salem. Ida Sampson. Simone Shoemaker. Matthew Serrata.
You may now don your white coats.
Sarah Shackelford. Simran Shah. Margaret Shen. Cortland Shepard. Priya Singh. Paul Sino. Michaela Sizemore. Jody Smith. Robert Smolosky. Bailey Steelman. Alex Stiltner. Shravani Sankara. Micah Schwabe.
You may now don your white coats.
Connor Tembe. Grace Tillotson. Olivia Tran. Min Tran. Anya Van Huffel Goodlock. Samantha Voss. Caitlin Vituro Brady.
You may now don your white coats.
Savannah Ward. Mitchell Warren Jr. Jenna Weiss. Adam White. Alyssa Wilkinson. Sharish Yasa. Martina Zamponi.
You may now don your white coats. You have 4 years to work on your enthusiasm and spirit before graduation. So. Chairs and department representatives, you may now be seated. At this time, I would like to invite to the stage the designated family members who will present the white coats to their respective legacy students. Dr. Trish Scott Brown, member of the MD class of 1999, will coat her daughter. Dr. Eric Gessler, retired U.S. Navy captain and assistant professor of clinical otolaryngology, head and neck surgery, will coat his son. Dr. John Hill, member of the residency class of 1999, will coat his daughter. Dr. William Hurst, member of the MD class of 1984, will coat his son. Dr. Barry Knapp, Chittister Endowed Chair and Professor in the Department of Emergency Medicine, and Dr. Lori Giovanetti, Assistant Professor in the Department of Emergency Medicine, will coat their son. Dr. John Mancall, member of the MD class of 1991 and residency class of 1994, will coat both of his sons. Dr. Hassan Tahan, Assistant Professor of Department of Biomedical and Translational Sciences, will coat his son. Dr. Maria de Guzman, Associate Professor in the Department of Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation, will coat her daughter. At this time, we'll call forth our students. Renee Brown. Michael Gessler. Lauren Hill. Michael Hurst. Jacob Knapp. Alexander Mancall, Ryan Mancall, Raymond Tahan, and Karen Tan. You may now don your white coats. Would the MD class of 2028 please stand for reading of the Hippocratic Oath? Students, you can find the oath printed on page 7 of your program. In addition to the students, we invite all other physicians in the audience who are here today to please join us in recitation of the oath. Upon this day of matriculation into the Eastern Virginia Medical School, as I seek admission to the medical profession, I do solemnly affirm, as did the ancient Greeks, by all that I hold most sacred, that, according to my ability and judgment, I will keep this oath and its stipulations. I hold my teachers in this art equal to my own parents, and extend to them the respect and gratitude which is their due. I will by precept, lecture, and every other mode of instruction impart a knowledge of the art to my progeny and those of my teachers and to disciples bound by covenant and oath according to the law of medicine. I will follow that system of treatment which, according to my ability and judgment, I consider for the benefit of my patients and abstain from whatever is deleterious and mischievous. I will exercise my art solely for the cure of my patients and the prevention of disease, and will give no drug and perform no operations for a criminal purpose, nor far less suggest such a thing. With honor and dignity, I will practice my profession, not permitting consideration of religion, nationality, race, or social standing to intervene between duty and my patient. Into whatsoever houses I enter, I will go for the benefit of the sick, and I hold myself aloof from every voluntary act of wrongdoing or corruption. Whatever I may see or hear in the lives of others, which ought not be spoken abroad, I will not divulge, reckoning that such should be kept secret. While I continue to keep this oath unviolated, may it be granted to me to enjoy life and the practice of the art, respected by all people in all times. But should I trespass and violate this oath, may the reverse be my lot. Thank you. You may be seated. As we conclude our ceremony today, I would like to thank everyone for attending to participate in such a wonderful event for our class of 2028.